Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. Let's see if we can get some people on. So I have 3 different decks here tonight. Let's actually open up a quick container. So I'm just gonna clear you guys with negative energy, any negative energy or stuck energy, and I'm gonna open up a sacred circle of white light. I want to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Green Tara, the Egyptian goddesses Isis and Sekhmet, Horus, Osiris, the Egyptian gods. I want to call on Babaji, Ganesha, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and I want to call on my guardian angels, my guides, the guardian angels and guides of anybody watching, whether live or on replay. And I will also call in spirit animals, totem animals of God's white light, the fairies, the mermaids, hi Brandy, as well as ancestors of God's white light that are willing and able to assist in this space. So with that, the circle is open. Hi Becky, are you new to my lives? I don't recognize your name. So I've got 3 decks here tonight, and yeah, so usually the way I start, thank you sister, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoops, I just tripped on my own foot. So usually the way I start these lives is by going over any business updates. I go over a couple quick astrology updates, and then I move into card pulls. So in terms of business updates, I have my Fearlessly Fairy membership going on, which is a monthly card subscription service where you can be a part of it. It's super cool. So you'll be actually emailed week-to-week messages during that month. Okay, cool. This is really great. It's actually a really amazing offering. People are loving it. It's valued at 20 bucks a month, and you also get 20% off any personalized readings with me. So let's say you're in Fearlessly Fairy and you needed a card reading, you would be able to apply that 20% discount because you're a Fearlessly Fairy member. You'll also get access to a private Facebook group with that, and then you'll get emailed a recorded message card pull, the picture of the card and an audio message of it. Usually about Sunday night I send it out, and you have that message to support you for the week. So you'll actually be getting 4 card pulls in that month. This is like a super good deal. Thank you sister, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a super good deal because I charge $11.11 for a single card pull in a personalized reading. So you're actually getting 4 card pulls to focus on for that month, valued at 20 bucks. So it's a really good deal. So that's been a big update. I've also decided to launch a version of that for astrology called Astro Fairy, where I go over a key transit for that week. This one I want to make sure I have enough of a minimum to be respectful of my time and valuing my time and input. So I have a waiting list going on for that, and I have a minimum number of members to reach before I launch that. So if you're interested, shoot me a message with your interest. Then I've got one that I'm calling All-Inclusive Fairy, which is when you can actually get access to Astro Fairy and Fearlessly Fairy, and you'll have all of the goodies of everything. It'll be combined, and you'll get a discount, so that'll be $35 a month instead of paying $40 a month for the 2. And you'll also get a 35% discount on personalized readings, so that one's a super good deal as well. Otherwise, please feel free to express your interest or spread the word. I do personalized card readings for people. I do soul coaching, and I'm a professional astrologer as well, so I do astrology readings for people. I also have a customized moon report offering, which is for any given month. By the end of the month, usually is when I start doing it. You'll actually get an audio recording from me where I actually go in and look at your astrology chart, and I give you advice for the new and full moon of that specific month and what you can expect, what's coming up for you. I go in detail about specific aspects in your chart, and I look at how that new moon and then how that full moon is aspecting your chart, and I also do a card pull for each of those new and full moons. So that's really cool, and that's again, a personalized offering and a paid offering, and that's valued at $44, and it usually works out to be somewhere around like a 15-minute, sometimes up to 20-minute recording, and then you also get the card pulls in there, so it's a lot of value. Then I also have lots of spiritual curriculums for sale. I have so many. I'm really trying to organize them. I have Archangel cheat sheets. I have reframing and reflection strategies. I'm working on one that's astrology themed. I have an entire one on chakra clearing from beginner to advanced, and it also includes a chakra clearing meditation. I have a pendulum clearing script. I have so many. So I'm in the process of organizing them, but I do advertise them, and if you're interested when you see the advertisement, feel free to reach out, or if you know someone who might be interested, it helps me a lot if you just share the post or tag someone. All of that good stuff is super duper helpful. So with that, that's business announcements. Oh, I guess another business announcement would be that I will no longer be doing my email report newsletter. Because I'm doing Fearlessly Fairy, will be devoting my time and attention to that. So the best way to stay updated right now with my business is through my Facebook business page and my Instagram. But really I do even more posts on my Facebook business page than my Instagram. So thank you so much, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's all of that. Then let's see, so astrology updates. So the moon is now in Leo. So you want to look at, I just realized my dog needs fresh water and I have to go get him fresh water. The moon is in Leo. So this is about leadership from the heart, and especially because the North Node has been transiting in Leo for a long time, this is about really understanding what's in your heart that's meaningful to you, that you value. And it is a lot about self-worth and self-esteem and confidence, and understanding how to move forward boldly with your dreams and your goals, and not let kind of like the naysayers or maybe what other people around you say or think sway you or affect you from pursuing your dreams and your goals. You really want to look at where Leo is in your astrology chart to say, okay, this is how it's specifically affecting me. I actually have a separate offering for that where it's called I have a personal sign planner and then a personal moon planner, where I actually go into your chart specifically and I actually do like a customized write-up for you of that particular zodiac season and what that is for you based on your house system. And then I also have a moon version of it called the personal moon planner. So those are really sweet. Again, paid offerings, and message me if you're interested. So yes, otherwise astrologically we have a lot of planets that have gone direct. Venus will be going retrograde actually in just a couple days. And that's going to bring up a lot of revisiting as it relates to our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with other people, including friendships. This can also be related to money and projects, so be mindful of looking at how you spend your money or how you invest your money, because that's also Venus related. We also have, with this moon in Leo, that's actually opposing, Mars, the activity it's had. I have to check actually if I'm pretty sure that Mars, actually I'm gonna pause here because I haven't checked the exact degree or placement where Mars is right now, but I know that Leo energy can be under a lot of stress because it squares Taurus, it squares Scorpio. So it's just important to keep going even though you feel stressed or frustrated or overwhelmed. Just keep going, because especially with the moon signs move through really fast, 2 to 3 days. So you can look at the moon and let it be a guide of how to utilize that energy. So that's a crash course in what's going on astrologically. Yep. And yeah, so I'm ready to do card pulls now. If you're jumping in late or watching this on replay, well, if you're watching it on replay, you probably already watched the beginning, but if you're jumping in late, please do go back and watch from the beginning, because I go over business updates, I go over astrological updates. There's a lot of value that goes into the beginning of the live, so do make sure that you go back and review that. So I'm going to open this up now for card pulls, and I've got 3 decks tonight. I've got the Goddess deck, Animal Tarot, as well as Energy Oracle, and I'm ready to get started. So that would be good, Hilma Rose, that would be good. So leave a comment if you're interested in a card pull. Yay, so Hilma Rose would like one. Brandy, would you like one? I know Brandy would like a card pull. She always likes a card pull. Okay, so for Hilma Rose, thank you for the tag, Hilma Rose. All right, you got it, Brandy. All right, so I'm gonna pull first for Hilma Rose. So let's see, so what does Hilma Rose need to know right now? So we got 2 there. So you get 2 from Goddess. Thank you for the emojis, Brandy. And we're gonna do 1 here from Energy Oracle. Let's check. Okay. So you have 2 from Goddess, Hilma Rose. So you have in the past position, Peace, Irene. And this one says there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So this is the energy related to the element of water. You actually could see that there's dolphins here in the background. So dolphin spirit animal is about being at play and, in a sense, being able to laugh. Dolphins are actually like have the most adorable laugh, right? This is about just the energy of, it is to an extent loving yourself, but it's also specifically almost like mothering and nurturing yourself, because you've got this really mothering energy here. We've also got grapes here, so this is like, enjoy the fruits of your labors, like enjoy the product of the hard work that you put into things, and treat yourself to like good food, good beverages, you know, that kind of thing. This also kind of has a bit of a Cancer vibe because we've got the water and we've got the mothering. So maybe if you have any people that, especially like a Cancer woman that's in your life or another Cancer, that might be really good, because that means that energy is actually providing you with some peace, maybe some laughter and some nurturing and some support. So that's actually a really good thing. Good. So you have that for Irene. For past, also I might add that these 2 goddesses are actually, I'm pretty sure, mostly Celtic. So then you have Unag, I think I'm saying that right, Easy Does It. And it says there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. This is a really good card, and I needed to hear this as well. But you can see here that basically she's got this beautiful long flowing hair, and there's kind of like this bird of peace, and there's these different chakra colors here. So I'm actually drawn quite heavily to the red chakra color for you. So I feel like right now you might need to do a lot of grounding. It's like you might be putting a lot of pressure on yourself, or a lot of expectations of like things that need to get done, and just like, I'm not doing enough and I'm not getting enough done. And the truth is that maybe it's okay for you to just take a step back and do some grounding, maybe do some energetic cleanup, you know. I myself was feeling this way just before I got on the live, and I did some tapping. Well, maybe you're purging old, you know, you're purging old belief systems and paradigms, and the detoxing, you know, it occurs from the mind and the body. So definitely just keep layering those healing modalities, you know. Like for me, I was having a lot of anger come up about not doing enough, and frustration about how I'm using my time, and just going over things that I haven't gotten to yet, and feeling so frustrated. And I ended up doing 2 cycles of tapping, the EFT, and I completely rubbed sage essential oil all over my stomach. And this really, really helped me to clear out some of the negative energy. I'm also playing negative energy clearing music, so layer the healing modalities, work on exercise, diet, use the essential oils, you know, flowers, herbs, all of the things, they add up, you know. Also, my mom actually, she picked these white roses, which was really cool. And I remembered that white roses clear energy. Oh, it looks so brilliantly white because I've got the light there, but you know, so you can use the energy also of fresh flowers to help you. And a way that you can use white roses is actually with aura stroking. So you can actually like use it like an extraction tool to pull away negative energy, you know. So from the throat, from the heart, from the third eye. We have chakras in our ears, we have chakras in our hands, we have chakras at the bottom of our feet. Definitely get the lower back. I find a lot of psychic attack energy goes to the back, so you can stroke the lower back, the sides. So getting that energy out of the body using multiple modalities. Sometimes I love crystals, and I've been working with crystals a lot too, But if you can layer the healing with things to just more than crystals, especially like the tapping, the flowers, the essential oils, all of these things really add up and they work together like synergistically. So definitely recommend that. And then for the future, Hilma Rose, you have upright, caring connections. And I believe you've been getting a message like this a lot. So it's saying that you have supportive people coming into your life that genuinely care about you and they want to treat you with kindness. So welcome them in, allow them. You know, one of the EFT things that I did just before was changing bad to good. It's like sometimes we're so programmed to look at what's wrong and what's bad instead of maybe suspending the belief, maybe putting that on a shelf and kind of letting ourselves believe that maybe something good could come out of that scenario, or maybe that person doesn't have a hidden agenda, or maybe that person is being as authentic or honest as they can be, you know? So yes, I definitely agree, Brandy. It all really, really helps. And Elisa, I'm not sure I know you, but if you're new to my lives, welcome. And yes, so you have a nice reading there, Hilma Rose. You have peace, you have easy does it, and then you have caring connections. So this is really just affirming that you're really going through a lot of self-care, a lot of nurturing right now, and welcoming these people that are coming into your life that want to help. And definitely use the energy, the white roses, to clear energy. You guys can always go back and rewatch my Facebook Lives. I pack a lot into these Facebook Lives. From start to finish, I pack a lot in. So sometimes people jump on late. I encourage you to go back to the beginning when it's over and watch what I said at the beginning, because I give business updates where I talk about specific products I have that could be helpful to you. And I also go over like mini astrology updates. So it's a great resource for you to go back and watch the content. I myself replay these Facebook Lives because I sort of channel the information, and a lot of times it's information that's beneficial for me to hear. Especially being a former teacher, one of the ways that we learn is through repetition. So sometimes people hear things and they're like, oh, okay, and then they forget. But we have to go back and we have to re-listen and we have to repeat these things, right? There's a reason why mantra is done repetitively over and over, because it has to be ingrained to the brain and push out the stuff that's not so good. So I know I'm giving a little bit of tough love here, but to an extent, you have to utilize the resources and tools that are available to you. And you have to layer those healing modalities. You have to put in the work in order to move the energy, you know? So, yay, that makes me so happy, Brandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Brandy is next. Let's do a card pull for Brandy. So what does Brandy need to know right now? Does Brandy need to know right now? What does Brandy need to know right now? Ah! Brandy, you got 4. Probably because I love you so much and you're my bestest soul sister. And Yohili, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, or Yoheli, I witness you. And Hilma Rose, I'm noticing what you said, and to that, I would say that it's sort of like that thing that Wayne Dyer says. Instead of, I'll believe it when I see it, it's, I'll see it when I believe it. So it's like maybe they haven't showed up because you have to visualize it in your third eye. You have to go into a meditative space and call in those caring connections. You have to do the work to clear the energy, the negative energy, the stuck energy, the self-sabotaging energy that's preventing those people from being a vibrational match to you through these resources like the essential oils, the tapping, the flowers, right? Learning, doing the work in that way. So that's a common thing that people do, is they express, oh, well, I'll feel better when this is delivered to me, but the universe doesn't deliver to us unless we're energetically a match. So we have to do the work to clear the negative energy to allow ourselves to be a match, right? It's like you can't expect, like Michael Phelps didn't just jump into a swimming pool and like win 1 million gold medals and never going to a swimming pool. It took lots of repetition and practice over and over and over again for years and years of his life for him to be able to achieve that level of mastery and be a vibrational match to that level of success, because he continued to up-level himself and focus on becoming a vibrational match to succeed. So that's what we have to do. We have to do the work to clear our energy, to focus on our chakras, to do self-care, right? To learn things. Sometimes we have to surrender to the fact that we just don't know, and that we have to seek out a mentor. We have to read a book. We have to take a course. We have to, you know, different things. So please receive what I'm saying here, because I'm definitely channeling this like Leo energy with this Leo moon, because that's on my midheaven, and this is a message people need to hear, which is that we can't expect the leadership to be delivered to us. We have to become self-initiated leaders ourselves. We have to be self-initiated to welcome in that greater way, and sometimes that greater way won't be delivered to you right in front of you. You'll have to do the work to clear out what's not working, to align yourself. You might have to even create what that better way is. That might be part of the job of why it's not working, is because you have to create it. It doesn't exist yet. You're co-creating it with the universe. So please, please receive this message. I really strongly encourage you to receive this message. Yay, thank you, Brandy. Okay, so let's see what Brandy's message is. So you have Rhiannon, Sorceress. So this says you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality, right? And you can see here that she's on this white horse, and this is like a super magical kind of like sorceress, goddess, Celtic energy, perfect for the fact that the sun is now falling. We're in fall, so we're going into a darker season in the northern hemisphere, right? So this is saying that, you know, and this is a message I've been seeing repeatedly, that you are kind of like a magical worker, right? You have the ability to change things in the energetic field through working on yourself and manipulating the energy in a good way. And you have the ability to overcome blocks and obstacles by being able to be this kind of magic worker, right? So remember that and do not forget. Then you have Prince of Spring, which is so cute because it's the dolphin one, and we had dolphin spirit energy come up once before, which is about being at play and laughter. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel at play and like you can laugh again, or it just warms your heart when you look at that, you know? It says an opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. So this is about connecting with a little bit of that solar plexus energy from the stomach. It's like your personal power, right? And understanding that you're a powerful being and that you have the ability to create magic in your life. And what you need to maybe focus on to support that is looking at what feels good, what feels lighthearted, what feels open and playful, right? Sometimes people think that the solution is going to be so crystal clear how it comes through, right? But sometimes it's just a little bit of an intuitive nudge, or a little bit of a, ooh, this feels good, or ooh, I feel like I should talk to this person, or ooh, I feel like I should go to this place on this day. Sometimes it's just a little subtle sign, just a little voice, right? Like a little intuitive nudging that actually is what gets us there, right? So good, Brandy. I'm so glad you're receiving. Then we have Rest and Rejuvenation from the Energy Oracle deck, and also Door to Spirit. So what I'm getting with this, because they're together, Brandy, is I feel like meditation would be really good. Opening up that third eye, which we were talking about the other day, right? To be able to get into a place where you can kind of sense the energy and visualize and play in the energy in a non-real reality, right? That's what meditation does. It lets us disconnect from the here and the now and what's going on here in the physical world and go into a realm in which there's less restrictions in space and time. And it's through that that we can actually play in energy, and we can kind of work the energy in a different way than we could if we were just kind of consciously awake. So definitely. And I know that's harder to do, Brandy, when you have a little one. But we can kind of experiment with different ways, right? Like for me, I make it a whole fun process. I have a specific place that I go to. I have a little meditation cushion I sit on. I have it basically at my prosperity altar. So I have different like Hindu deities that are related to abundance and prosperity over there. And I have specific crystals there. I have essential oils there. And what I've been doing is layering a sage goddess perfume with an essential oil, and using that. And then when I finish that perfume, I switch to an essential oil perfume pairing, a new one that feels good. So I create a whole experience for myself with visual cues as well as scent cues to help me tune in. And then what I also do is I put my phone on airplane mode, and I leave my phone away from me, and then I set a timer. And you can just start small, like start with 8 minutes and do 8 minutes for a long time. Then do work your way up to 11 minutes and then keep going, you know? And the timer will go off, and then you'll feel satisfied that you've done it, but you didn't have it so open-ended that it's like you just squirmed. You know, it's a lot easier to understand that something's compartmentalized. Like, there's a reason why in school students get work done, because there's a clock and there's a bell that rings, and sometimes the teacher says you have to finish this before the bell rings. So you have an incentive to finish it in a certain time. So if you can apply that concept into meditation, it'll be really powerful. Yes, good stuff, Brandy, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. So if you're on the live and you'd like a message, a card reading, I'm doing this from Card Pulls, leave a comment below. Thank you so much, Brandy, for the love hearts and the emojis. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I noticed that and I appreciate it and I love it so much. I really do notice who comments on my videos, who shares my videos, and I like to reward people that really are of service in my spiritual business. So the more that people do that, I do notice, and it means a lot to me. And like I said, I give those people perks because they're making me feel good and they're supporting me, you know, so good. All right, so let's see who would like a card pull next. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'll show you guys my new chlorite quartz I got. My friend Sandra got this for me, and it's super cool. So it's a quartz generator, and it has some of that green chlorite in there. So this super helps with prosperity and abundance, and because it's a generator, it's bringing all the energy up. So I've been working with this a lot. This is also bronzite. This is helpful for surrender and releasing kind of like stuck self-sabotage and patterns. So I've been working with these two a lot. I'm constantly checking in though. Right now I have on a necklace with azurite and malachite, and then this is a little mini Herkimer diamond. So I'm constantly playing around with what crystals to use and really checking in with myself and what chakras need my attention, and adorning myself appropriately to those chakras for self-healing. So when you can use the crystals in a mindful way, it also really helps. Okay, so Yohili, I would like to know how to say your name, because that will make me more confident to be able to do the reading for you. So if you can let me know how to say your name. Right, so good, Brandy. That would be really good. Thank you for the emojis, Brandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yoeli. Am I saying that right? Yoeli. I think there's a little bit of a lag between when I see the comments and when you guys post the comments, so keep that in mind if you're watching this on replay, or just if you're watching this now. Okay, so Yoeli. So let's see, what does Yoeli need to know right now? Does Yoeli need to know right now? Does Yoeli need to know right now? Alright, good stuff. So you have Ayin, or Ayin, I'm not sure how to say her name actually, Leap of Faith. This one says, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So this is in the past position. So this is saying that you had this idea or this opportunity or this awareness that perhaps that's something that you want to do. And this happened in the recent past. This is also kind of fairy energy because she's actually a fairy queen. But it also just has that really like freeing energy. So whatever this idea or opportunity was very freeing to you. Maybe it was like a breakup or an idea of something that you want to do with your career or housing. It could be from so many different things, right? But then in the present energy, we have life experience, and you have, this is the cuckoo. Important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions you know are right for you. So this is saying maybe there's some self-doubt coming into the mix right now, and maybe you're kind of feeling a little bit stranded or isolated with this idea, and that like you don't know if you can keep going with it, that you feel overwhelmed. And this card is saying that you're learning things through this experience, right? This sums to a 16. This is a 16, which sums to a 7, which is in numerology all about spiritual truth. So this is saying you're figuring out the truth of the matter, right? And initially it was just a matter of saying yes, and now you're in this really exploratory mode, and really what the angels want you to know is just to trust, to allow that this is unfolding and that this will come together, you know? Because in the future you have number 6, contract, which is a really sweet one for the future. So this could be related to a job or housing, or this could be the settlement of some type of court case. This is kind of anything binding. This could be even starting a new partnership with somebody where it's like you feel contracted. It could be like getting married or something like that. But this is just saying that as long as you keep going with this experience and opening yourself up to discovering the truth and putting the work in to figure it out, you're on this path towards this contract. That was really good. I can relate to this as well. And also, disclaimer, and I usually like to say this, if I'm doing a reading for somebody and it's really resonating with you too, it's probably for you as well. Because what happens is you're a vibrational match to the people that are on this. That's why you're on it together. So you are having piggybacking readings, if that makes sense. Good. I'm so glad, Yoeli. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad. So feel free to, you know, if you enjoy these messages, feel free to come on. Like I said, do watch from the beginning because I go over some additional offerings as well as astrological updates from the beginning. If you're interested, you can always, anytime I do a card reading for people, you're always welcome to go on my reviews page and leave me a review. That helps too. Sometimes I take those reviews and I share them on social media, and that helps people understand what I do. So that's just an easy way to give back if you're interested in that. I also have my PayPal link, which I'll probably post after I finish this video if you feel called to make a donation. So I'm glad that it resonates. Okay, so let's see who else is on, who would like a card pull. Thank you, Brandy, for the emojis. I so appreciate them. They make me so happy. I'm so obsessed with sage essential oil lately. Literally, I've gone through almost 2/3 of my Jade Bloom bottle in like the fastest time ever. Which, by the way, I have another Facebook business page called Julie Ann Faye Loves Jade Bloom. You can go over there and give that a like, and I post the Jade Bloom sales and giveaways that go on, and then my affiliate link is on there too, so you can support me by shopping through that link. And I love Jade Bloom because they're like they're a smaller essential oil company, and they're just super down to earth. They do lots of giveaways and sales. They're just awesome. Literally, I got lavender in the mail today, and I even had a little note in my packaging. I'll show you guys. Where like I'm always telling them that I love them, like if I have to email them, like the customer support team for questions, and they actually hand wrote on my packing slip. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. They actually hand wrote on my packing slip, "We love you," which is so cute. So I love them. Hi Hilda, are you new to my Facebook Lives? I feel like there's been lots of new names tonight, which is cool. So Hilda, I'm curious if you're new to my Facebook Lives. And if you're still here. Thank you for the emojis, Brandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you're getting on a bit late, so I would definitely recommend going back to the beginning when this is done. And you can watch the beginning. I go over spiritual business updates. I go over astrological updates. With the card pulls, I do just a general reading, what you need to know. If you want something more specific, that's a private reading, which is a paid offering. So just to kind of give a broad overview that this is a general reading. But a lot of times people really value what comes through. And this is pretty much one of the only ways that I do free readings is actually through my Facebook Lives. So let's see. So what does Hilda need to know right now? So you got 3 from Goddess. I have 3 different decks here, but I pull 3 cards when it's a smaller group. Sometimes if it's a big group, I'm just doing 1 or 2 cards. But you have all 3 at once from Goddess, Hilda. You have Guinevere, True Love. So this one is saying the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So this is saying that potentially you've had somebody come in. This is the recent, this would be in the past, where it was like this very deep love, and it was perhaps somebody that you cared about very deeply, right? Then when you have in the present energy though is sacred space. So this is about claiming your own territory and creating maybe like an altar space. I was talking a bit before about meditation and creating a sacred space to do that. So this would be a great opportunity for you to kind of maybe create like a sacred altar for you to meditate from, maybe use oils from. I would definitely go back and watch earlier in this live. I talked about kind of my setup for my prosperity altar and how that works. So this is what this one is about, is kind of claiming your own sacred space. And then you have Yamaya, golden opportunity. So this is in the future, and it's saying that something good is bubbling and percolating, right? It's saying important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So I think right now, Hilda, you're just in a phase where you might have to take a little bit of personal time or alone time to kind of create that sacred space. Maybe clear the energy, do some smudging. You can also use sound. I'll show you really quick. So these are little brass cymbals you can get, and you just kind of do that. So you can also do clearing of a space through sound. You can use oils. I have my Jade Bloom Facebook business page I put there. Julianne Faye loves Jade Bloom. I love Jade Bloom so much. Also flowers. I was showing this earlier on in the live as well, how you can do an energy clearing with a white rose. This is called aura stroking. And you can actually do this at specific chakra centers. So I feel like that's kind of what you're being called to do right now, is focus on clearing your space so you can welcome in this opportunity that's coming. So you're welcome, Hilda. And ways that you can give back to me and to support my biz is to share this video. If you have friends that you feel would benefit from this video, tag them. You're always welcome to go on my Facebook business page and leave a quick, you know, like a review there about your experience getting a card pull. Positive ones, preferably. Also, I have a donation link through my PayPal, which I'll post on this video once it's done. So those are good ways to give back. Okay, so let's see who is next and who would like a card pull. Leave a comment below if you'd like a card pull. Hi, Christian. Yes, you may. So I just want to kind of do a broad statement. Are you new to my Facebook Lives, Christian? Thank you. Okay, so I would always recommend going back to the beginning. I go over some of my offerings through my business as well as astrological updates and what I do. In terms of card pulls, this is just a general reading. If you'd like a more personalized reading, that's a paid offering, so I just want to preface that. So I just do what you need to know most right now. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let's see. So what does Christian need to know right now? All right, so we got one there. What does Christian need to know right now? I don't think we want from Animal Tarot. Does Christian need to know right now? Does Christian need to know right now? There we go. Okay, interesting. So I have 3 decks. Usually I do them like 1, 2, 3. But when I tried to pull from the second one, it really wasn't coming out. So I went to the third one. So you needed a present energy message from my third deck. So it's just a matter of swapping them, which is kind of cool. So in the past, you have Hathor receptivity. So Hathor is an Egyptian goddess related to, she's kind of associated with the Divine Mother. She's sort of like the archetype of the Divine Mother through the Egyptian pantheon. And this says, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So this is about allowing yourself to receive. And for some reason, I'm hearing the word massage. So I don't know if you've ever had a massage or the last time you got a massage, but Christian, I think you need to go and get a massage. Another good way to kind of get massage too that I like to do is to go for foot reflexology massages. They're typically cheaper than a full body massage. And by them working the foot and pressing on different acupressure points on the foot, it actually is working on the different organs of the body. Like in the Chinese medicine, those particular points on the bottom of the foot are connected to all of these organs everywhere else in the body. So it actually is purifying and detoxifying the body through that. Just make sure you drink a lot of water afterwards. And I, of course, recommend doing like detoxing and energy work, layering it, which I talked about earlier on in this live, so it'd be good to go back and re-listen. But you have that in the past position. So this is saying that in the recent past, you are having to learn how to really receive. Present energy, you have reverse goddess of the moon. So this is saying that you're not in touch with your intuition right now. You're really struggling to get those downloads. So it would be really good for you to work on meditation or creating a time or space to get in touch with those downloads. You can do this through writing. So if you can open up a journal and practice automatic writing, or you can just sit quietly. I actually earlier on in this live went over my procedure for meditation, how I do that. You can just listen to your pulse, put 2 fingers to, I usually do here or on my wrist. And I went over this whole procedure of how I do it to create kind of a structure around meditation to help you earlier in this live. So maybe go back and rewatch. But you need to kind of create some regular way to help you to get these downloads coming through. And then the future card you have is King of Winter, Humpback Whale. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. So this is about kind of like, you know, the whales are they are the guardians of the ocean. Yeah, they are the guardians of the ocean, so they like to help people, you know, and this particular whale in the card, he's got a crown on himself, so it's like, there is a way for you to be of service to people and to help people while also being able to support and take care of yourself. I think this is something you had to learn in the past, was how to receive, right? So it might be like you're a giver, but you have to learn how to receive. And also, when we go into a meditative state, that's also us receiving. So this is something you've had to work at, right? So you've got this in the future energy. So this is saying kind of like, stay in your lane, continue being who you are, and there might be times in which you need to not get emotional about situations, because ultimately kind of steering the path and continuing on the path is really what's going to be most supportive to you. And kind of getting upset about it or emotional, or kind of getting into like emotional like state about it with the person might be counterproductive. It really might not help the situation. What will though is you being kind of focused and driven. And I think that's also why you're getting this present energy card, which is saying, hey, let's connect with our intuition so that we're more grounded and centered to be of service in a positive way. So, epic messages coming through tonight. So I think I'm gonna pause there. Thank you for making my live. I would encourage to go back, rewatch from the beginning, get messages, you know, through what you need to hear. And thank you so much for making it on. Blessings. And I hope everybody has a good day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Much love. Bye-bye. Thank you, Brandy, for the love hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you. I receive.